friend, and the facts that you give them are so logical to you. I'm like, it's almost like, how can you not see this? So yeah, bottom line, this is like I think it's a spiritual movement.
Yeah. Oh, dude,
in a
100%. Dude, 1,000,000%.
I am so happy I was born at the time I was, because like to go through not only like the digital era, and like all this stuff, but like to see something maybe where there's a total shift in thinking on the planet or the plane is amazing. And
Oh yeah,
we're here for a reason.
Yeah, and people I talk to, they're like almost feel sorry for me, and I'm like, man, don't. I'm like, I know this sounds crazy, but I think I'm following truth. I think it's gonna lead to Jesus Christ. I'm assuming. I mean, I know it is. This is like I don't know. What can I say? It feels too real.
Yeah. Well, I told you, man, I don't know how long you've been watching the show, but especially with the Mandela effect over the last several months, like it's an emotional roller coaster. I'll put it at that. It's definitely fucking feels real. There's something deep going on here,
I don't know that I believed in God at all before Flat Earth. That was the thing that woke me up. That was like, oh my gosh, we are in a creation that was made by a creator who's like really not that far away. So I better like shape up.
Right. What paradigm shift, man? It's a lot to bite off. And I think people, there's no reason that they can't see it. I think it's just they don't somehow psychologically want to accept it. Even that's the parts that I don't understand. I'm like, I'm showing this stuff to my friend, and he's like, just totally writes it off. And I'm like, you either get it or you don't. It's not something that can be taught to you, I guess, right?
No. You can't wake someone up. I don't think you can wake someone up. You can put all kinds of evidence in front of them and like withstand their ridicule. But the actual job of like refusing to accept what you put in your head and what people put in your head, and instead going out to search for yourself, that has to be a switch that goes off in someone, That's my belief. Right.
But yeah, I was just trying to bring somebody to it, and I'm like, I don't see why you don't get it. I'm like, this stuff looks logical to me.
A lot of things.
It's not for everybody. It's not for everybody, and you're not going to save everybody. That's just the way it is.
All right.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
Well, it takes a long time to realize that too, Karen, right? Isn't that hard for us, people like us, to realize that you're not going to...
years to realize that, to get to the point where it's like, all right, you don't see it. Okay, next. Do you see it? Right. Yes. Cool. Let's go. Do you see it? No. Okay, next.
What's cool is
That's what you got to do.
If people know where you stand on things, then in their own time, they could ask you some questions down the road. And I think that's what's cool, is opening yourself up personally and saying, hey, here's where my journey has led me, and these are things that may, seem crazy to you, but, down the road, I've had my relatives occasionally come to me and talk to me about like certain aspects of our space, agency, or, ask me questions about 9/11. And I know at least there's something going off in their head, and firing. And I can have good evidence to come back to them with, some guy came at me over the weekend with something about like, can you believe the Trump thing and everything like that? And I said, oh yeah, I believe the Trump thing. I believe the whole thing is a show, and let me tell basically I believe NASA is a show, and 9/11, and we are living in a prison with no walls. And the guy's like, yeah, you're right.